Hey guys, it's Black Moonflower again, and I've got some more Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones for you guys. So we've just started chapter 1, and the first thing that we're gonna do is, if you notice these houses here on the map, we're gonna go ahead and have Irika visit one of them, because visiting these houses lets us talk to people, and sometimes they have useful information, or sometimes not so useful information, or sometimes they'll even give you stuff. Giving you stuff is very nice. Unfortunately, I don't think this guy is actually going to give us anything, so he's just basically describing the usefulness of taking things like gates and forts, because they provide, here I'll show you. This is one of the forts on this map. If you look in the right hand corner, it shows that it increases your defense by 2 and your avoidance by 20, so it's easier for you to dodge things when you're standing on a fort. Also, at the end of every turn, it heals you for a little bit, which is quite nice. We're gonna go ahead and have Seth take this guy out, because I don't want him to attack Irika. And he just got one-shotted because, as I said before on a few occasions, Seth is God. Oh, and now the guy knows that we're here. And he thinks that he's gonna get Irika. Silly man. Oh look, Franz has returned and he's brought assistance. That, on the right, is Sir Gilliam. He is a knight. Knights have their uses because they are very high in defense, obviously, because, you know, they're heavily armored and everything. But they are also quite slow, and their movement path is fairly short. They're pretty good walls, for the most part. So now that we've got reinforcements, that's definitely helpful. We're gonna have Irika attack this guy. She should be alright. Good job, Irika. And let's see. We're gonna have Gilliam start an attack with this guy. He's not gonna be able to kill him because he's only able to attack once, considering that he is slow. But he took out quite a bit of health from that guy, so Franz should be able to wipe it up. Also, I'd like to point out that the way that the fighting mechanic works in this game is that you have 3 different types of weapons. You have swords, you have lances, and you have axes. If you look at the arrows, you can see which one has the advantage over what. In this case, lances are strong against swords. Swords are strong against axes, and axes are strong against lances. So using a sword against this guy is a bad idea. So we're going to switch to our lance and stab him in the face. Like, directly through the face. Good job, Franz. Alright, and we're going to have Seth stop at this house to get some hopefully useful information. This is actually fairly useful to know because knights are very susceptible to swords like rapiers and armor slayers. And luckily, we have somebody who has a rapier, so that might be useful. Also, the thing with cavalry units, like paladins, like what Seth is that after you visit a place like that and talk to somebody, you can move again to finish your movement path, which is quite nice. With somebody like Irika, who is not on horseback, she only gets to go to the house and that's it. Alright, we're gonna have Irika take out this guy too, to hopefully level up. That would be really, really nice. Another decent thing about Irika is that she's usually pretty good at dodging attacks. That wasn't a very good level up. Kind of unfortunate. We're gonna go ahead and move in. Let's see if Franz can take this guy out. He can. Ooh. That didn't hurt too bad. Oh, so close to a level up. So very close. It's not even fair. We're gonna have Seth wait here by Irika. Oh look, the enemy has reinforcements. The goal for this chapter is in the upper right corner. It says Seize Gate. The person that is on the gate right now is the boss. You can tell by the blinking shield icon. And then after he's out of the way, we can have our lord, which is Irika, seize the gate. Lords are the only ones that can actually seize gates and end the chapter. So we don't technically have to go back and kill these guys, although I might anyway, just to get the experience from it. But, yeah, so we're gonna check to see how much Irika can actually do against this guy right now. And, I don't know, that's kind of risky, because even though she has the rapier, which is super effective against knights, she is still at a disadvantage because he has a lance. And if you look at their hit rates, I only have a 65% chance of actually striking. So if I miss, I will be very vulnerable, but we might be able to make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have her attack. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that was unfortunate. Alright, so I have to make sure that I get Irika away from him before the end of the turn. Otherwise, she is toast, and that would be the end of the game, because if your lord dies, that's it. So we're going to use the rescue option to pick up Irika, and then use the rest of Seth's turn to move away. And then we're going to have Franz pick Irika up, and then drop her. And then we're just going to have him wait over here. We're just going to have Gilliam wait here in the trees. Trees are also a useful point on the map because they increase your avoidance by 20 like forts do, and increase your defense by 1. So using the trees to your advantage is quite nice. We're gonna have Franz use a vulnerary, which is like a healing item. And then we're gonna have him wait here by this fort. And we're gonna use Seth to go ahead and kill this guy now before he heals all his damage back. Irika did pretty much all that she was going to do against this guy, so we're gonna go ahead and have Seth finish him off, just to be safe. Because we definitely do not want Irika to die. And we're gonna have her stand over here by Gilliam. We're going to use Gilliam to protect her, hopefully. That didn't hurt him too bad. And he actually got his attack off, which is nice. I wasn't expecting him to actually hit. That didn't hurt much. Alright. Even though Irika is very wounded right now, she can still take this guy out with one strike, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna have Gilliam take out the soldier. Let's see, can Franz take this guy? Can't kill him, but can still hurt him. So. Ooh, nice dodge. And he leveled up, which is nice. That wasn't too bad. Having his speed go up is pretty nice. And we're gonna have Seth finish him off with his sword. And that clears the map. So basically now all we have to do is to get Idrica up to the gate. But first, we're gonna have Franz talk to her. Just so that, I don't know, she knows he's okay even though he's been standing there on the map the whole time. That doesn't mean that she knew he was there. 'Cause game logic, I guess. And then we're gonna have Seth talk to Franz. And he's all happy that Franz is safe. Because I believe that Franz works up under Seth as part of the Knights of Renee. And now we're just gonna move Idrica over to the gate. Go ahead and end the turn, and then that should do it. Yep, there we go. And we are victorious. And there's Princess Tana. Tana is the princess of the same country that Gilliam hails from, which is Frelia. So that's why he's happy to see that she's alright. And then, of course, Idrica and Tana are friends. And now we're gonna head back to her place, Castle Frelia. And we're gonna chat up the king. See if maybe we can get some help or some information. Her dad's happy that she's safe, but mad at her because she was dumb and decided to put herself in harm's way. And this is a bit of bad news right here. Daddy didn't make it. King Fado is no more. Sad times. King Hayden wants us to stay here and rest, but, you know, Idrica is a very headstrong girl, so since she knows that her brother is still fighting on, she can't give up yet. So we're not gonna stay here, we're gonna go and we're gonna fight. Because that's what warriors do. Even though she's not much of one, she's got heart. And King Hayden is still trying to tell us that it's a bad idea because we don't really have anybody to help us. We don't have any army, we don't really have any units with us. But because Idrica is so determined, he's going to give us a little bit of help. We have Vanessa, the Pegasus Knight, Molder the Priest, and Gilliam the Knight. Those people are going to join our party. Now, about priests. They are very useful in the fact that they can heal your units, but that's all that they can do. So the only way to actually get them to level up is by healing units that are hurt, which makes it very difficult to actually make them stronger. And then we have Vanessa the Pegasus Knight. Pegasus Knights are useful because they can move very far, but they're not very strong. And of course we've already talked about Gilliam the Knight. And now Princess Tana is trying to sway us so that we don't go, but we're gonna go anyway because we're hard-headed. We don't know why Grado invaded Renee. We don't know, like, what's going on in the mind of the king. But all we know is that this is war and we gotta fight. Alright, this is the world map. The little flag shows our next location that we have to go, which in this case would be Ide. But we're gonna go ahead and stop here for now. So that's it for me. Black Moonflower out.